Welcome to this week's edition of Propaganda Corner. Today we are going to be focusing on the English Civil War. It all started in the spring of 1642 when this guy tried to take over this place. The government was now split. Some chose the side of the king, which are these guys, and some chose the side of the parliament, which are these guys. This just in, the king's opposition couldn't agree on a name. The choices were Roundheads, Protestants, Puritans, and Parliamentarians. As for myself, I'm leaning toward the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Anyway, after all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Parliament back together again, King Charles ordered a propaganda campaign in which this document was to be printed and distributed to all the provinces. To make a long story short, this pregnant lady cursed these people, stating, "I would rather give birth to a child with no head than give birth to a child with a round head." Because she was a fine, upstanding Catholic woman, God granted her wish and she gave birth to this. We know this to be true because the midwife and this guy said so. Anywho, this propaganda didn't work out so good for King Charles because he wrote this document in March of 1646 and was forced to surrender his army to the Scots, which he was also fighting, in May of 1646. The Scots didn't care for King Charles so much, so they turned him over to Parliament in February of 1647. And in January of 1649, he was tried for treason just before he was executed. And that's all I've got to say about that. Join us next week when we discover what really happened between her and these guys. I'm out of here.